everybody. Now, when I found out recently that my local takeout pizza place was closing for renovations, I didn't panic, don't worry. I did something about it. Take a look. We are making a Detroit-style pizza, and I made the pizza dough, if you can believe it. And I made the pizza dough in a food processor. And I had a hero dough that rested for 2 hours because I had planned it. Ladies and Teddy, allow me to introduce my homemade Detroit-style pizza. You know what to do, but if you don't, eat it.
We've already been picking, Cynthia and I've been picking at the pepperoni.
Oh my goodness, it's really good. Jess, may I ask a question?
Yeah.
A quick question, as I like to say. Pray tell, what makes this a Detroit-style pizza? Because I know about Chicago deep dish, I know about Naples style. What's a Detroit pizza?
So Detroit-style pizza, I think it was made around in the 50s in Detroit, in Motor City, a place called Buddy's, which I've been to. And it's this square pan. So you get this square pan, and you get a crust as a result that I'm gonna try to turn that over without drop. Look at the bottom of this crust, you guys, can you see it? I was blown away making this for the first time, but it's also with the order of the ingredients. You put the cheese on first.
What?
Which apparently helps make the crust very moist and buttery. All that fat kind of drips down. Then you do your sauce, and then you do your toppings.
Wow. And Yo Dog, you made this dough.
I made this dough. It's the first time I ever made pizza dough.
So you do the cheese, then the sauce, then the cheese, and the toppings?
Cheese, then sauce,
then toppings?
Then toppings.
Okay.
But the cheese bubbles up. I don't think I can ever go back to buying pizza dough again.
Why would you?
This
was it
was
hard?
so
I got to talk
easy.
about the process of that.
The food process, I'd never even heard of it, but I Googled it, found this great guy, Jay Kenji something, but he writes for Serious Eats, and he's like he's James Beard-winning, award-winning cookbook author, and he gets into the science, you'd like him, he gets into the science of food. And so he had the Detroit-style crust, which is a thicker crust, more Sicilian, because these were Sicilian immigrants who came up with this in Detroit, and so it's a thicker crust rather than that thin
So what's in it? Like basically, what's right? You had yeast.
Oh,
in
it's
it?
just water, yeast, salt, and flour.
It's delicious.
And a lot of love.
I had a lot of love. I normally hate, I like a thin crust only. I do not like thick crust, but this, I have to admit, it's really good.
I am so happy. What about you?
I'm not a pizza purist. I like thin, I like thick. I just like cheese and bread.
Okay,
Mixed up and baked together.
What about toppings, you guys? Because I dress this the way I like it, with cup and char pepperoni and green olives. But do you have go-to toppings?
I'd like some pineapple on that.
Some pineapple on this?
Really? Yeah.
Interesting.
I just split the ground, but a little bit of pineapple. Listen, Cybertruck, don't you start. Don't you start.
I really like this. I like the choices. I'm curious about your cheese, though. It looked like it was little tiny squares of cheese.
That's right, it's not grated, it's cubed cheese.
Good idea.
And more cheese than you'd ever want to know about.
It seemed
More
like a
cheese,
lot.
like 340 grams, which is like an entire...
Why did you not grate
Right,
it?
exactly.
It's part of the Detroit-style mythology.
Well, there you go. Honestly, Jess,
with it.
it's really, really good.
I'm sorry.
I hate it.
Jess, thank you so much. We love these segments. Can't wait to see what you come up with next. Okay. We're gonna move ahead to your next Kaftans is gonna actually be on Valentine's Eve. So everyone set your calendars now. We're gonna see what kind of making the love Jess is gonna do.
Yeah. Making the love.
Maybe it's gonna involve
Are you and Simon gonna meet naked in the kitchen? What's happening?
That's a great idea.
Good.
That's gonna get some more viewership to the IG Live. Yeah, I'm gonna do the next
You're
one
welcome.
naked.
Yeah.
So tune in February 13th on the socials, Instagram at 4:30
I love
to
it.
see this.
I love it. That's a tease. That's called a tease. I'm in.
Ratings gold.
So good.
Ratings gold.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.